Hey, I'm back, y'all. I had to leave early to go get my son. So now I'm back, and we're talking about it still again. Are you ready for your new? Meaning, are you ready for the new things that are to come in your life? Are you ready for the new doors that are going to open for you? Are you ready for the new people that God may send in your life? Are you ready? Do you have your arms open wide, ready to receive your new? Because it's coming. We can see that the atmosphere is shifting. We can see that changes are happening. We're watching people change, things change, careers change, and it's because the atmosphere is shifting. God is putting things in place for what's to come. So, are you grounded? Are you ready to open your arms and receive what God has for you? Do you understand that sometimes in with the new means out with the old? Do you mean that do you understand that that may mean that some people that you're used to being with may not be around anymore? Do you understand that that means that some things in your life may take a drastic change out of nowhere? You may not understand why it's happening. You may feel like you're going through some type of turmoil, but again, it's not that you're going through turmoil. It's just that God is clearing your path. He got to get all that other nonsense out the way so that he can give you what he has for you, because he's not the author of confusion. So any type of confusion or clutter or things that he feels that has overstayed their welcome or stayed longer than he intended them to stay, he's going to clear them out for you, because a lot of times we hold on to things and people longer than we should, because we love them. And we don't even understand that they're detrimental to where we're going. We just know that we love them and they're whatever they are to us. Sometimes we could be our own worst enemy with that, holding on to people longer than we should, because we open our hearts and our minds up sometimes to the worst people. Sometimes the ones that we think love us the most are the ones who are preying on our downfall. And that's the hardest reality to face, that the people that you love really may not have good intentions for you. That is a hard reality, and that is something so hard to face and to actually receive. Because of course you want somebody that you love to love you back, and you feel like that's all they should be having for you is the love that you have for them. But sometimes, I'm sorry, I'm here to tell y'all, sometimes it's just not like that. God is also revealing, so anything that may have been done in the dark is coming to the light. We see so many things going on with parents and their children coming out. We see friendships being exposed. We just see so much going on, and everybody looking around like, what is going on? God is clearing the path for your new. He's clearing the path. You got to be prepared for it, because it's happening. Whether you want it to or not, it's going to happen, because it's supposed to happen. It's time. It's time for it to happen. So just stay grounded in and lean not on your own understanding. Understand that once the smoke clears, what's left is what God has for you. What's left is who God wants to be in your life. What's left is a clear path that God wants you to travel. We all come from different backgrounds. We come from different things. We've had different struggles. We've all gone through different type of traumas. We've gone through different losses, but in reality, we all have a purpose. We all got somewhere we gotta be. Okay, it's somewhere we gotta be. Don't get complacent where you at and miss your bus. It's somewhere you gotta be. Stay grounded, and when it's time to move, you lift them feet up and you move. Don't ask questions, just move. Don't fumble your blessing. Asking so many questions, wondering why. Just move. If God tell you to move, just move. And I try, it just be so much going on, and but it's just through all the bad, I still see good. in some form or fashion, I can see good because I know what's going on now. God is just working out to clear the air. That's all. He's just clearing. He's just clearing the bushes for what he really want to take place and the things that he really want in place. So he's just clearing it. So just sit back and let him clear. Sometimes God will break you down to nothing just to rebuild you solid. Rebuild you the way he wants you to rebuild. Want you to be more like him and less like you. But God don't intend none of us to be perfect. We all gonna fall short. We all are human. We have human emotions. We're gonna react off human emotions. None of us are holier than thou. I don't care how many people try to act like they're holier than thou. Nobody is holier than thou. We all fall short. And we just have to be there to pick each other up sometimes when we feel like somebody's falling short or they doing something that may cause them to fumble their blessing. It's okay to nudge them and say, sister, brother, come on, you better than that. Don't do that. Or and this season, like I said, God is going to hold us accountable for the things we say out of our mouth. So we're going to have to be very careful. I don't care how tempting it is. We're going to have to be very careful about what we say because, what you say in this season is going to manifest your life. So you're going to have to be very, very careful just to speak positive things over yourself. Speak positivity over your children. Speak manifestation over yourself. Speak good health over you and your family. Speak whatever it is in this world that you want to, that your heart desires. Talk about that. And like I said, we all gonna fall short. So if you happen to have a slip of the tongue, ask for forgiveness. God said, "Ask and you shall receive." So just ask for forgiveness, because again, we ain't none of us perfect, honey. We human. You push that wrong button, baby. That tongue lashing can be serious once you push that wrong button. So like I said, it's understandable. It's in us all. I don't care how perfect you try to be, honey. That is in us all. There's certain buttons that if you push, even the holiest acting person gonna break. And they're gonna show you where they come from, okay? They're gonna show you what mom and daddy really made. You touch those wrong buttons, like their children, their family, their spouses. And I just think people these days just need to focus more on self. Focus more on being a better you. Focus more on making your surroundings beautiful. Focus more on whatever it is in life that you want for you. Um, Ridiculing and looking at people and talking down on them and what they got and don't got. You got to understand, you manifesting a life for yourself. You may come from a great life, but since you think it's okay to down somebody else's lifestyle or think it's funny because somebody may not have as much as you have, or that they're now going through their season and you think it's funny, you find it hilarious that someone else is going through. Don't be surprised when the roles reverse and that person has all the desires of their heart, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you start going through it. Then you wonder why. Think back to the time that you thought it was funny when somebody else was going through it. And you sit there and then you go through it. And while you're going through it, you pray that God forgive you and that God let you see those beautiful things again. Because at any point in your life can change. Anybody's life can take a nosedive. What goes up must come down. Those who are last will come first. That's a guarantee. So the same people that you're laughing at and think it's funny because they're not financially stable or they don't have all the things that what you got to understand is what you see as rich or what matters in your life may not matter in somebody else's life, but that don't make their life any less valuable. Because a lot of people that have common sense know that materialistic stuff is just that. You can't take it when you leave here, so it means nothing. So to some people, yeah, it's good to have, but you can't. How you going to add value to yourself based on something that you can go in a store and buy and that can be destroyed? And that's all you think of yourself, honey. You don't value yourself much. Because I'm priceless, baby. I wouldn't give a doggone if I ain't had nothing. I still am priceless. Nothing I can buy at the store can define who I am. There's not one thing I can go in the store and buy that'll add value to who I am. Not one thing. I'm made perfectly in God's image, even with my flaws and all, baby. My imperfections. I know whose I am. Okay? I know whose I am. And I belong to the Creator. So I know that, I don't feel the need to come and say, oh, I got this and I ain't got a dog. I live comfortable. When I say that, that means my children aren't hungry. I'm not hungry. My husband is not hungry. We have transportation. We have a roof over our head. Our children have clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, and they all have their health. So see, those are the things that matter the most to me. So I wouldn't feel the need to come out and, lie about what I have to satisfy anybody. Because y'all perception of me or anybody shouldn't matter that much in their life. Everybody gonna have an opinion about somebody sometime. But that's your opinion. But just be careful about what you put your mouth on. Because the same way you try to put that person in the box and build them in your head from head to toe, you may be building yourself. You're going to wake up one day and find yourself in that same life. So learn how to pray for people instead of praying on people. Don't let that go over your head. There's a PREY, which is when you're praying on someone. And there's a PRAY, which is when you're praying for somebody. Learn how to be more of a PRAY. A prayer versus a PREY. Okay? Because only one of those praise is going to get you what you desire. You talking down on somebody else or talking about what somebody else lack, it ain't going to increase your life any. You're only speaking lack in your life. You're only inviting lack in your life because you're talking down on somebody else. And a lot of times, y'all don't even be knowing people for real. Y'all just go off of whatever they put out or your perception of them. Who are you to judge? We don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. Who are you? Because everything, when you pointing your fingers at somebody, you got 3 pointing back at you. Why is what you say about people? And can't nobody tell nobody what type of person to be, what type of parent to be, what type of spouse to be. Who the hell is you? Who the hell made you superior? Who the hell made you a teacher? Because what may work for your children, your spouse, your whatever, may not work for theirs. So you can't tell nobody the type of parent to be. You can't tell nobody the type of wife or husband to be. You can't tell nobody what type of person to be. Who the hell are you? None of us are perfect. You got to start living your life with more of a open view where you allow people to be exactly who they are. And because at the end of the day, you can't stop them from being who they are. So you waste your time trying to make somebody be who you want them to be. Hell, you got children, make them be who the hell you want them to be. Or better yet, change your damn self into whoever it is that you create in your mind that you want somebody else to be. And mind your damn business. Try that. Because if you focus more on self than you do on every doggone body else, you will be an immaculate person. Because, honey, I see a whole lot of energy that be tossed around focusing on what somebody else don't got. Or trying to tell somebody else who to be. The hell is you? They're whoever God made them. Whether they're imperfect, God will be there to help them be the person they want them to be, but they don't need your advice. And it is a difference in giving somebody your advice and judging somebody. It's a damn difference. And know the difference. You're being judgmental. Don't try to cover being judgmental up with wanting to give advice because you're not giving advice. You're judging people. It's a difference. And no matter how much you try to cover it up or create an illusion, God sees all. He sit high and he look low. So you could be a deceiver or whoever, but you can't fool him. I just think there's so many beautiful people and there's so much other stuff that we can do. We are a few days away from a new year. And again, we all are walking into our new. Don't fumble your new taking old baggage from one year into the other, old negative, heavy baggage that really, when you look at it, shouldn't even be in your life because it has no value. It adds nothing to who you are. It adds nothing to who you're trying to be. So what the hell are you carrying it around for? Blocking your own blessings, fumbling your own bag because you want to just indulge. You want to create a scenario in your mind that you're not wrong. The first thing is holding yourself accountable. And that's for, us all. When you do stuff, be able to stand. You're not growing unless you can look yourself in the mirror and hold yourself accountable for the things that you've done. Trying to cover it up and act like you didn't do it, don't make it go away. You still did it. I don't care how many people applaud you, how many people feed into your negativity. You understand, them people, these earthly people, don't define your everlasting life. God do. So He's the only person you owe something to. So when you really say you want to glow and grow and heal, the first step is admitting. The first step is holding yourself accountable and really trying to change who you are. When you know you're doing something negative and you know it's not something that you want to carry, because what you got to understand, karma got everybody's address, baby. And sometimes it don't knock at your front door. Sometimes it knock at your children's front door or your grandchildren's front door. So make sure what you put out into the doggone world, you don't mind coming back. Because that's one thing you can't escape. You can put on 1,000 masks, baby. But you can't fool God. And you can't fool karma. You can talk till you're blue in the face. It don't change a damn thing. And it's okay to be it's okay in a lot of situations to just be the bigger person. And just choose to say, I no longer want to indulge. I no longer want to be a part of that. And I'm telling myself this too, just about life situations. I'm talking about myself, just things that I have gone through in my life. A lot of stuff that I allowed to linger longer than I should have. Just wanting to argue back and forth with people. Indulging in negative. Now, they'll tell you, I don't indulge in negative conversations. When you want to argue, honey, leave me the hell alone. Don't do too much, because I know I'll do too much. So I just learned how to, the hell with you. Because ain't shit I ever did in my past or future. Excuse me for the elders that may watch this. It's nothing that I've done that you can make me ashamed of. I did it. The hell I'm going to be ashamed of it for? I don't care if it was the worst. I did it. And long as God forgive me, I don't give a doggone if you do or don't. If you like it or you don't like it. Those are crosses I have to bear, not you. What the hell you care so much for? They are not your crosses to bear. They are not your sins to ask for forgiveness for. They're mine. Stop consuming yourself in somebody else's life so doggone much. Worry about what's going on in your house. Sweep around, like old people say. Sweep around your own front door, baby. Because the more you trying to worry about sweeping in front of somebody else's, your front door is piling up. Because judging somebody else on their dirt, honey, don't clear out yours. Sweeping around somebody else's front door, baby, don't clear yours at all. Yours just continue to pile up. Until you find yourself sunken in a bunch of negative misery. And misery loves company, honey. And let me tell you something. I don't want to be a contender. Like, we just have to understand there's so much going on in the world, and so much is being revealed. We see so many marriages breaking up. Again, we see friendships breaking up. We see just crazy weather. We see babies leaving. It's just so much other stuff going on in the world that is 100% crazy to still walk around here just being a negative ass person that think you can put your nose up in the air and judge somebody else. You crazy as hell. Set your ass in the corner and stop being crazy. Like, either add something to this world or just shut the hell up. Add something or just hush. If your motive ain't to help somebody, and if you see somebody that you feel like living so poor or whatever, whatever. If you're not adding nothing to help them in their life, don't focus on it. It's not your business. It's not your struggles. It's theirs. Because understand, bad times don't last always. So they may be struggling today, but tomorrow the sun will shine. The day will come when their sun shines. The day will come when they no longer have those trials and tribulations because they've now turned into their testimony. That's a guarantee. So walk into your new knowing that you deserve everything that's there. Walk into your new. Before you walk into your new, clean up your mental. Clean up who you are. And like I said, nobody can make you be nobody other than who you are. So if you love who looking back at you, then love that person. But choose to love on that person versus trying to down another person. Focus on loving on that person. Focus on loving your offspring. Focus on loving your career. Whatever it is in your life that you did for you, focus on loving that. Because that should be your focus. Not trying to make somebody else's life feel like they're less than. Because you didn't give them their joy and you can't take it away. So spend your time trying to make yourself a better you and stay the hell out of other people's business. Try that. It works. Because understand, at the end of the day, we all got our day. So you walk into whatever you want to stand in front of God and answer to. You want to answer for. Judge not, lest ye be judged. So you be careful what you put out, baby. When you get ready to walk into I'm so excited for y'all. You hear me? I'm so excited for y'all and me. I'm just so excited because we all walking into our new baby. It's going to probably be confused. You know, kind of confusing at first, okay? Because it's going to be our new. It's not going to be what we used to. We already did all we can with what we used to. When they did up, down, side to side. No. It's going to be new. Okay? It's not going to be for us to understand because, again, it's going to be new. It's going to be for us to adapt to it. For some, it will be the desires of your heart. You stayed firm. And for others, it's going to be what you manifested over other people. Either way, hell is coming, whether you want it to or not, because it's here. It's time to reap what we all have sown. Just make sure what you have sown is worth the harvest that's going to come back. I wish nothing but the best for you all. Let's all get happy, baby. Let's all get happy. Let's all jump for joy for what's to come. May your today be better than yesterday. May your tomorrow be better than today, baby. Just remember, honey, when you wake up in the morning, you're one step closer to your season. Get ready, hey, for your blessing. Hey, this is our season to reap what we have sown. Yeah. Somebody jump for joy. Night, night.